I had a couple hours to spare today. I didn't have time to take out my kayak, but I do have time to come down here and do some bank fishing at this pond. I have not done any bank fishing in a while, so I'm actually kind of excited. You know, I love kayak fishing, but bank fishing is definitely kind of where I started. And this is always gonna be, you know, special to me. And this is just a public pond. You know, it definitely gets a lot of pressure. There's quite a few people here. And the goal today is just to catch whatever bites. You know, bluegill would be great, pumpkin seed would be great, some bass, some crappie, anything that wants to bite, I'm good with. Now I came to this windblown bank and there's nobody here. So I figure maybe there's a little bit less pressure, and also the wind blowing this direction should be a good thing. There's a bite. That took about 3 casts, so that's good. Looks like, oh, yellow perch. Now that I was not expecting, and that's actually not a bad yellow perch. I was not expecting this. This is not a very big body of water. I know there's perch in here, but I don't think there's a ton of them. And I've only fished this body of water. I don't think I've actually fished this body of water yet this year. I used to fish it every now and again, but I actually don't think I've been here once this year. There you go. We struck gold, my friends. It's a beautiful little fish. Might have to grab a little photo of this guy. Oh, well, actually he wants to go back, so we'll let him go back. I'm very pleased with how far I can cast this on this 7'6" Phenix Elixir. Oh, I just had a short strike. That was probably a dinky bluegill. Good, good, good. There's definitely fish around. Conditions are literally perfect today. It's like 70 degrees out, 6-mile-an-hour wind. The water clarity is pretty good. We've got the sun shining. You know, definitely stained water, but it's not bad. And during the fall, you never know when it's going to flip over. So thankfully, I do not see any indications that this lake is flipped over. So I trust that the fishing should be pretty decent. There's bite. Oh my gosh. Wonder if this is what I've been getting a bunch of short strikes from. Little tiny largemouth bass. There you go. 2 species, and this one's an absolute micro. Look how fat he is though. He looks kind of healthy for a little guy. All right, buddy. He ain't much. We'll take him. Pardon the fact that I have to kind of throw him back in the water. It's really, really sloppy in here. Lots of overgrown weeds. I don't really want to step on anything that's like poison ivy or anything like that. So I'm just going to toss them. They're going to be fine. There's one. What's this? Is this a perch or a bass? It's another little tiny bass. Well, we upgraded from the last bass, but just by a little. Nice little dirt patch right here for me. Somebody's got to be around here. This bank looks just a little bit steeper, which I don't hate. This might be a little bit bigger bass. There you go. Great fish for ultralight. Look at that rod. Good times, my friends. This bank's just a little bit steeper. Looks like there's a little less vegetation, but a little more water. Unfortunately, he's not so big where I can't swing him up. There you go. A little more respectable bass right there. Great little ultralight fish, that's for sure. And again, I'm gonna have to kind of toss him down there. I'll try to be gentle about it, give him a nice little dive. See you, buddy. There we go. Nice gentle release. As gentle as it can be when you're faced with this. Another little access area. Clearly there's people that come down here and make their own little fishing spot. Let's see if there's another bass. There he is. Ooh. What do we have here? Another decent little bass. All right. Ooh, there he goes. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Thankfully, I'm not hooking any giants because it would be problematic to land them. These fish I can still swing. This one's a little bigger than that last one though. Ugh. There you go. About the same length. Definitely a little fatter though. Got to be a bluegill. Oh, might be a bass. No, it's a bluegill. Sunfish of some type. There we go. That's the species I really wanted to catch, was a bluegill. Now I would love to round it out and catch a pumpkin seed while I'm at it. Not necessarily a big bluegill, but a healthy little guy. And I sure love to catch them. They're feisty fish, my friends. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cast it right down the shade line. That actually acts as a really good ambush point for fish because they're able to kind of use it just like they would structure. A lot of times I have success catching fish right on little shade lines, right where that sunny spot meets the shady spot. I'm telling you guys, it's the little things, but they make a huge difference, especially in these areas that get a lot of bank pressure. Oh, there's definitely fish using the front of the shade line. I'm just thinking they must be small fish because I've had numerous short strikes. I've probably had about 5 short strikes right on the front edge. All right, we're gonna switch to a green pumpkin black flake. That's a little bit more natural. I'm gonna leave that chartreuse head on there because it is a little stained water, but I think that more natural color will get those bluegill to eat it a little bit better. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get it. There he is. There we go. Doesn't feel very big. It's definitely a bluegill or a pumpkin seed. There you go. Looks like it's actually a cross. It's a hybrid of a bluegill and a pumpkin seed. And I don't know if that verifies my color thoughts or not, but it certainly doesn't hurt the theory because I had a bunch of short strikes. I had a couple more short strikes once I rigged this up, but I finally successfully landed one, and he's not too bad of a fish, and now he's covered in dirt. Dadgummit. Sorry about that, little buddy. There you go. Okay. He's all clean and back to his home. Well, the color might be a difference maker. It might not be. Hard to say. Either way, we caught a fish, so I'm happy. I certainly don't think that the green pumpkin's gonna hurt anything. I'm hopeful that it allows those sunfish to hone in on it just a little bit better. There's another fish. Feels like another sunfish, I wanna say. Definitely doing the circles. Oh, this might be a giant. That's a big fish. That's a big bluegill. My friends, changing color made the difference. I'm telling you. That's a nice gill. Holy smokes. It's not a 10-inch or anything, but that is a solid fish. If you are getting short strikes or you're not having a ton of success on your bright colors, especially when the water temperature is starting to drop, I'm telling you, it does not hurt to try a little bit more natural color. It's worked for me. I think it'll work for you too. Well, I'm glad I came out today. I'm kind of running out of time right now, but it's definitely been a successful trip, that's for sure. And I was able to catch a nice bluegill. I mean, that fish was probably around 8 inches long. Solid fish, and he was really tall and fat too. Hey, I tell you what, for about an hour and a half at a public pond, I will certainly take it. Caught quite a few fish, including one nice bluegill, so I had a great time. I gotta go to the grocery store, get some vegetables, because I got steaks at home. I'm cooking steaks tonight. It's gonna be awesome, but we need some vegetables. We gotta keep the nutrients flowing, my friends. Anyways, have a good day. We'll catch you next time.